Hey, thank you for coming by Tori Magoo 44. It's actually January 14th, 2009. Some very exciting things are coming up. This is a hot year. So already Scientology has dove in and tried to stop free speech on the internet again. They've been doing this since the 90s. I was in on it originally, not knowing they were stopping free speech, but it was one of the key reasons on why I left when I realized I didn't get into Scientology to stop free speech. I'm kind of amazed that some of the people that are in doing it are still doing it. It's like, hello, you're pulling down videos off of YouTube. You can say, oh, that had nothing to do with the Church of Scientology. And it just happened to be everything that, all the Pickets about Scientology. Somehow, I think that's a little bit obvious, right? I remember asking Yachty when I finally realized they were spamming this news group trying to drive anything bad about Scientology down. I said to him, isn't it going to be obvious that this is the Church of Scientology doing this? He said, oh, no. We're spamming all kinds of other news groups. Don't worry about it. They'll never know it's us. Never. Hi, Bill. How are you? Hi, Gavino. How are you? You're like in the Titanic, guys. You know, like you're right near the iceberg. You know, it's like, really, I'm trying to tell you, it is time to bail out of that. I know it looks good. It's just like, you know, it isn't. You just have to look at it. When you're stopping free speech, Riverside, you go out there, their headquarters is in Hemet. So people went out there and picketed, and then Scientology went, oh, no, they can't picket in. They're not allowed. We insist. And, you know, so, okay, they passed some ordinance. And then other people complained, thank you, and now they've revoked it, all right? And for anybody in Riverside, I want you to really think about it, because Scientology is the Church of Scientology is extremely manipulative on freedoms. They say they sell free speech, they enslave people. They say they communicate, they won't talk to you. They declare people suppressive and say it's a high crime if you ever talk to anybody. And there's a lot of suppressive people out there. You can type them in on the internet. I'm not the only one by any means, okay? And all of those peoples and organizations, if anyone talks to them, they will be declared suppressive. That's pretty spooky. It's like the McCarthy hearings or something. It's pretty weird stuff. My story. You know, do you think they could say, you know what, Tori, we screwed up, we're sorry? Bill Yachty told me in the year 2000, after looking at my folders, what has happened to you, Tori, is the worst thing that could happen case-wise on the planet. That's what he said. He's a Class 8 auditor, okay? Which means top, right? And that's what he said after looking in my folders from the Church of Scientology, that they would repair it, everything. They would fix it all. And I said, you know what? You couldn't pay me $1 million to pick up those cans and let you try to fix it. Because I knew what the fix was by then. I had met my girlfriend, I re-met her, right? I had met her while I was in Scientology. She was jumping out windows. I thought she was going insane. Bill told me she was because she read the internet. It turns out they had drugged her and reverse audited her. Her story is on xenu.net. Catherine's story. It's under the personal stories. And she's a wonderful person. No one should ever go through this kind of thing. And this is why I speak out. Yes, Scientology says, we allowed Tori to get her auditing. Yes, you allowed me to get my auditing. Anyone who has any kind of a disability or any kind of, you know, if you're a woman, even if you're Afro-American, if you're anything where, and those aren't disabilities, but they're people that have had to, in various different times, will allow women to get into political office, will allow African Americans to come into this restaurant. Now, granted, it's moved way along in the year 2009, but people have been through that, and definitely people with disabilities have still experienced it a ton. People who are overweight experience it, where it's like, you know, people won't even look at you, right? You know, it's like Scientology is extremely, extremely exclusive. I asked him once, I said, what about the homeless? They had a chiropractor that they were going to. Their C organization was going to. And I ran into him out in the street in front of their advanced organization. And he had one of those things where he had to wash his hands, and he was out there like this, right? And I said, what's going on? And they said, come on, Tori, come on, get away from him, get away from him. And I said, what's going on? And they said, he's just flipped out. That's it. And I said, well, I mean, he's your chiropractor. Aren't you going to fix him? Aren't you going to help him? No, just get him away. Get him away. We don't have time for it. That's how they are. They don't have time unless you have money, unless you're an opinion leader, unless you're someone with power, an artist that they think can move forward Scientology. That's it. Or you're a young kid and they can get you into their slave camp working for them. Or you have a lot of money. Those are their three targets, okay? Scientology, the cat is out of the bag. You are not for freedom. You are for stopping free speech. And yes, I'm going to continue to tell my story. You can twist my words all you want. I don't really care. I know what happened. I was there. Yachty, you were there, and you know what happened. In 1960, in 72, in 79, I tried to get off my medicine, ended up in status epilepticus in Morton Place Hospital, nearly dead. Thank you, Jerry Hutchins, if you're watching this, for saving my life. 1989, I was told, you're not allowed on the flag land base. I'm like, are you talking to me? I did that, and yeah, I ended up getting the entire flag land base corrected, briefly, although they went back to it later. But no, they're not fixed. Lisa McPherson was locked up in a room 17 days. You can look it up on the internet, and ended up dead. There's a number of other people who have died for no reason, way too young. And I really feel sorry for all of them, and they're one of the reasons I speak out, as well as the families getting broken up and Scientology stopping free speech. So, Anonymous, way to go. You are kicking ass, really. They are, you guys are doing a great job. Guys and girls, fantastic. Keep it up. Please come to this picket this weekend. People who care about free speech, come out, stand up, be there for the picket. And make a stand, okay? You'll feel better about it. You will. It's going to be good. All right? This is going to be a great year for all of us. Anybody that's doing the right thing for freedom, this is going to be a good year for all of us. All right? So thank you so much. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.